welcome to the For Fun of Knit podcast. My name is Linda. I am coming to you from South Surrey, which is about 45 minutes outside of Vancouver, BC. I am known as Nina Knits on Ravelry and Instagram. To those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. For those of you returning, thank you so much. I'm so enjoying all your comments and the interaction. Lots of great suggestions, and thank you to those of you that talked about ball winders. Yes, I need a new ball winder. This is going to be a very short episode. It's supposed to be all things Stephen West, including my Shawlography. Can't believe how many people are doing Shawlography. It's all over the podcasts, all over the interwebs, and I have to say it's been a lot of fun. So in this episode, really short and sweet, going to do a little bit of an update on Shawlography, and then I have a bit of a giveaway because guess what? Clue 3 just came out. I finished Clue 2 of Shawlography on Wednesday night. I seriously did not knit on Thursday. I hate to say it, knit out. Completely. That's it. I couldn't knit. So I couldn't knit on any more of my other Stephen West shawls. So there's no update on those for this little episode. But I am going to tell you a little bit about where I am, what's coming up next. And so let's get started. So for those of you who just want another quick peek at my colorways, these are the 5 colors that I chose. So starting from the white at the bottom, and I don't know if I'm now moving counterclockwise for you or clockwise, I don't know. But the white was just a natural from Polka Dot Creek in one of their sock bases. I think it's 75-25. The middle gray is a mystery skein. I have no idea what it is. Super squishy, plied yarn. I'm thinking it's not 100% merino, so it's some sort of a sock, but it's probably 80-20. The black, which is my main color, is Black Cat Custom Yarns in their Everyday Sock in their Midnight colorway. The beautiful speckled one is Vivid Dye Works in their Graffiti colorway. Can't remember the base, but it's a sock base. And the beautiful, I don't know what color it's coming across on your screen, but it's really I don't even know what to call it. It's not cranberry and it's not plum, it's raspberry. Maybe it's a raspberry, yeah. And it's from Zen Gardens, and I don't remember the colorway offhand, but that's another Canadian dyer. So those are my colorways, and where I'm at with the shawl. Okay, I did finish Clue 2. I am just so stoked. So I'm hoping I can show this to you in a nice and flattering way. It won't all fit. But here is the shawl to this point, and this is the end of Clue 2. There's a wedge like this, the stripes on each side. So Clue 1 had 4 parts. Section 1 was your little cast on in your color that was supposed to be the pop for you, your sort of jewel. Then we got part 2 of section 1 was all of these wedges. So this is my color A, the black is my color B, then I've got the beautiful cranberry is color C, gray is color D, and the cream is color E. Those are the 5 colors. So this was section 1, this was section 2, section 3 was this beautiful, I'm going to turn it that way maybe a little bit so you can see it. It's 3 different stripes of colors, and then you've got this overlaying slip stitch in one of your colors, which makes a really nice graphic design. And then section 4 of Clue 1. Okay, so 4 sections in Clue 1 were these loops, these I-cord loops. Martin from 365, one of his viewers called them shrimps, and yeah, I totally agree. They look like little shrimps, but very cute. Makes it nice and sort of breezy. Then you start Clue 2. Clue 2 had section 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, that was a few sections. So section 5 was this beautiful sort of, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Brickwork in a sense. It's just some slip stitches with 2 colors. Section 6, I think section 6 was the welts. So this, you actually knit a band of just stocking stitch, and then one of the stitches you are looping with a different color and you're dropping a stitch. That's all I'm going to say, because it's a paid for pattern. But oh my goodness, I hope you can see, you get these texture, you get these little puffy rectangle puffs. I love them. They look like marshmallows. So you've got this texture going here, you've got these welts going here. Then section 7, yes, section 7 was this diamond pattern. I got my colors reversed. Don't think it matters, but I reversed my colors by accident. But you get this triangle pattern. Section 8 are these beautiful baubles, so my little popcorns of color splashes, which I just love. And section 9 are these striped wedges on both sides. So the shawl itself now, if I can show it to you, and going across, I can't see what I'm doing, so I'm hoping that this is somewhat, you're able to see that. Excuse me. Anyway, so section 3 is out. But before we get onto that, let me share with you some of my misadventures, because that's what this is all about. Adventures and misadventures in knitting. You know, I make so many mistakes. It's ridiculous. I can't even believe how many mistakes I make. And I don't even know that I'm making them. And what I love about Stephen West is he's like, you got one too many stitches, knit 2 together. You don't have enough stitches at some point, make a few stitches. Don't worry, don't panic. I love that approach. So I do make mistakes. So I'm going to show you on the back here. I've got a marker. I dropped a stitch. Way back there. Just found it. Didn't know it. Shocked as all get out that it did not run. Yet I still have the same number of stitches. I don't know. Have no idea what I did. But I'm going to have to weave that in. I can't do anything with it at this point. So that was one mistake that I did. Next mistake that I did, I think, wasn't until my color change. I did the wrong colors. It's not really a mistake. That's just a design feature. And then the last section, section 9, you can tell I was getting pooped trying to get this done. So easy. It's just stocking stitch back and forth and short rows. So you're, decreasing as you go. You would think it would be easy. This side, absolutely perfect. This side, my second group, can you see what I did wrong? Can you see the misadventure? You probably can't. And I am so grateful that this pattern is just striped in this area. Because if you can sort of see it, if I just hang it, there's a section right along here that looks a little, one of these things is not like the others. I forgot to purl a row. So I don't know, somewhere in there, I have got 3 knit rows instead of a purl row. And then somewhere in here, oh yeah, right there, I can see it. Nobody else is going to see my mistakes. But can you see there that little bump stitch right where my finger is trying to poke out? Right there. There's one stitch that looks a little odd. That's because, don't ask me how, but I purled it instead of knit it. One stitch. So I must have put my knitting down, forgot what I was doing, knit one, purled one, whatever. Anyway, I can see them. I don't think anybody else can see them. So I did not go back and fix them because I was like 3 or 4 rows past that. And trust me, if you're doing this, the mystery cal, if you've ever done one of these, this is my second or third one, going back is really difficult because while Stephen says this is not a race, embrace your pace, it is kind of a race, not against any other knitter. No, absolutely not. It's kind of like golf to me or running. It is an individual sport. The idea is to get this shawl knit in the time frame Stephen gives you. So finishing every clue before the next one comes out. So it is kind of a race. And anybody who tells you it's not kind of a race, it is kind of a race if you're participating in the mystery cal. But it's fun. There's no pressure other than what you're putting on yourself to get it done. And I'm doing it this year. So this is my second, I think this is my second or third year, the first year I'm actually knitting it. I tried Slipstravaganza and last year, and as you know, totally got off pace because I hated my colors. But this time I am trying to finish it in the allotted time. And there's another reason I'm really motivated to finish this in the allotted time. Look at my colors. I don't know about anybody else, but these say Dia de los Muertos to me. And I do believe the Dia de los Muertos, the celebration of the Day of the Dead, is November 4th. It could be November 5th. But I'm sorry, Skull Candy. This is just the colorway for Dia de los Muertos. I just love it. I'm absolutely thrilled with how this is turning out, totally unintentionally, but wouldn't that be fun and appropriate? I just love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So that is Shawlography to date. So here's the fun part, and this is going to be a very short and quick video. This is the For Fun of Knit podcast. So part of my goal in doing these podcasts is to share the fun and share the love of yarn and all things knitty. And yarn, are you okay, Duke? Sorry, you would think he's coughing up a hairball. So the third clue of Shawlography is you have to make a choice. So if you have not read clue 3 and you are participating in Shawlography and you don't want to know about what I'm going to talk about, because I'm going to talk about the 2 different options, then just cut out right now and then come back in about a minute and a half for the giveaway. However, so here's the giveaway part though. You have an option in clue 3. So clue 3 only has 2 sections, 10 and 11. 10 is brioche. I don't know how many rows, 16 rows of brioche or whatever that works out, just a little snippet of brioche in your colors A and B. And my color A and B are this. So this is, jeez, my hair's, this is my brioche colors if I opt for the brioche option. These are the colors regardless of what option, just A and B, sorry. The second option is if you don't want to do brioche, you can do a bit of a lace pattern that turns out to be a bit like a mesh. And it's alternating one line of one color, one row of another color, one row of another color. So I have 2 choices. Now take a look at my shawl because I'm having a very difficult time deciding. I was really worried when I first started knitting this that the black was going to be too powerful, too moody, too overwhelming, because I like black, I do, but that's not what I had sort of envisioned in this shawl. Needless to say, so the option now is as I get down to this part of my shawl, see where those beautiful popcorns are. And so part of it is against that and part of it is going to be against these stripes. So imagine brioche as the next part. There you go. Somehow I don't know how to show this to you. But imagine brioche as the next part, or more lace work, sort of a lace, sort of a geometric lace. So it's like little triangles, I'm going to say. So the brioche part I like because it's vertical stripes of my color A and my B, and I think that would be a nice pop. And I love brioche. I'm not very good at brioche, so part of me is tempted to do the brioche because I really need to learn it so I can finish my sister's shawl. If any of you saw that episode, I still haven't finished her, whatever I called it, jewel shawl, peacock shawl. So part of me is tempted to do the brioche, and I like the idea that I've got vertical stripes here and vertical stripes here and then vertical stripes there. Excuse me. But what worries me about that is that's very heavy. Like this, not heavy in terms of weight, heavy in terms of look. I mean, this is quite somber. Excuse me. This is quite somber. And then brioche, if black is going to be the upfront color, which it is in the way that the pattern's designed, I'm a little worried about that. But then again, and the lace option or the mesh option would knit a lot faster. Still uses the 2 colors, so that's beautiful. And it is more horizontal striping, which would sort of mesh with that a little bit, I guess. I don't know. They're both wonderful options, and just because I'm having such a hard time deciding because of the look of the shawl, I don't know what it's going to look like. I have to say he has done such a great job of designing each step, because it's obvious to me now that I'm having to make all these decisions and I'm trying to keep pace with the shawl, that it doesn't matter what option I choose, it's going to look good. It's going to look good. He's obviously figured it out through all of the design and what's going to complement the next section and the previous sections and the colors. So I'm so more in love with Stephen West Designs now that I've been progressing through this shawl, but I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'm stumped. What would you do? So here's the giveaway. What would you do? Would you, and I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but please comment. I'd love to know what you think. Should I, keep in mind, it's going to be the black and the graffiti are the brioche and the mesh. Those are the colors I'm working with. Would you do the brioche, which is going to be like a 4-inch band of brioche all the way across? Or would you do a 4-inch band of a mesh sort of see-through pattern? Lacy mesh. I don't know. Guys, I find it so difficult. Either way, it's turning out to be absolutely lovely. So, comments below, and I will happily send you, it won't be in time for this Halloween, I apologize, but hopefully next time, this gorgeous skein out of my stash from the Cozy Knitter, and it is on her Bliss colorway base, which is fingering weight 80/20 merino nylon, and it is called Ghoulish. It's called Ghoulish. I don't know if you can see that, but how appropriate. And to me, this is a very classy Halloween with the beautiful purpley lavender orange, just a pastel orange, tonal grays and creams. So the Cozy Knitter, this is my gift. So comment what you would do, brioche or a mesh. I don't know. And then stay tuned for the next episode next week and find out what I actually did. So comments below, and make sure that all the comments are done by Thursday of next week, which would be what, the 28th? The 28th, I think. I'll post it down here if I've got the date wrong, so that I can share who the winner is next Friday. Anyway, folks, that's it for the For Fun of Knit podcast and my Stephen West updates on Shawlography. I hope you're keeping very well and enjoying all your knitting, whether you're participating or not. And I was surprised, not surprised, on how many of you are actually participating. I do want to reach out to each and every one of you, which I have not yet done, because I am very curious to know what colors you chose. And if you are on Instagram, I'd love to follow you and at least see a picture of your Shawlography. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend, and I will talk to you again next Friday. Take care.